Why did you ask her if she was willing to do a gangbang?
He asked her that?
She sounded like she wanted to learn.
That's how we starting off.
I think he's gonna pull up around from the left.
Close the door to his front coat.
What do we got here? Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Put your money back.
Please! Get down on the ground! Why did you think it was okay to leave your teenage girl home alone to come here and meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
Hold on, this nigga double teaming? Yo, bro, nah, these people sick out here, bro. He double teaming?
Does any part of you feel sorry for these guys?
No.
This one idea for a one-off story for Dateline NBC in 2004 has turned into all this.
I will. Can you just tell me who you are?
I'm Chris Hansen. This is an investigation.
In this episode, we trudge into the dark corners of crime, perverts, and Preds who prey on kids. We team up with Chris Hansen, a man who has spent the last 2 decades as the premier Pred catcher on the planet. Together, we team up in a sting operation to catch these. In this episode, there are certain words that for some reason we cannot say. Among them, so instead, we will either refer to these guys as Preds, PDF files, or bleep out the word altogether to avoid being censored. Now, this ugly...
Bro, you know what's crazy? I said a little comment on TikTok about Rakai, and all I did was say Rakai be fanning out. And I wasn't even saying it like in an actual way. I was joking when I said that. Niggas gonna call me a pet cause I said he be fanning out. Bro, the fuck is wrong with social media today? How does that even make me that because he's fanning out? Bro, what?
World of PDF files is something that I almost didn't want to cover. I
They need to be catching these
niggas out
niggas
there looking to meet with vulnerable youth. To me, it's just sad and sickening. But it is a reality of this world that we have to face. And thankfully, with the help of local police, we have the opportunity to take these offenders off the street and give them justice. Folks, this episode is heart-pounding, stomach-turning, and incredibly intense. It's time to saddle up and go boots on the ground. Today we're diving into the dark world of and we're doing it with one of the best in the business, Mr. Chris Hansen. We're just down the road from a sting operation where they're luring guys in and then promptly arresting them. To me, I'm really fascinated to get to the bottom of why this is happening. So let's try and learn something together. Buckle up, folks. We're in for one today.
I like that
Just as
hoodie.
we arrived in Michigan and we're gonna set out to the Sting House, we got word from Chris's team that an offender was on his way to get busted and for us to lay low until they booked him. What happened next is one of the most powerful moments of Chris's career.
No, there's no one home. You can close the door, it's cold outside.
My mans came in the crib talking about you sure it's not a setup. Bro, what are you doing there?
Did you bring the money?
Yeah.
Can I see it? How much is there?
150.
Okay.
That's
What do you
150.
wanna do?
What are you feeling up to? I don't want to.
I'm down for anything.
Are we doing it here? Is there like a bedroom?
There's a bedroom where we can do it on the couch or anywhere you want to go. I'll go change and you can stay here. Okay. You just stay right here and I'll be right back, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like his demeanor right now. Why he so nervous?
How you doing? Good. What was your plan here today?
I don't like his
No, you cannot. Stay right
oh,
there.
yeah, wait. You talking about can you leave, bro? You know what you just came for? You pulled out the 150 in cash. In cash. You know how long it's been since I carried cash? I'm a credit card guy. Debit card guy. You pulled out the 150 in cash. You was ready to go. Asking can we do it in here and there, talking about can you leave? Nah, you staying. We gotta do some research on you.
From the law enforcement angle, what have you seen in this world?
Seems over the last 10 years, it's gotten worse, in my opinion. Just based off interviews I've done over the years with children, child forensic interviews over the child abuse.
I could actually see
sexual
this
abuse.
getting worse.
How
'Cause,
common are
bruh,
these
it
people
is some
out
sick
in the world,
niggas
these
out here.
predators?
To be quite honest, I think it's
The
a very
things you
scary
hear
thought.
niggas say
I think they're very
sometimes, you
common. I think
be
parents
shocked.
should be well aware of the stuff that happens on the internet.
My name is Sam Christian. I'm a retired Chicago Police Deputy Chief on the Chicago Police Department. I spent 14, 15 years in what's called Special Investigations of the Youth Division, chasing pedophiles, basically. When I was doing this work, and we would do lectures and seminars, and I thought at that time you could probably find a pedophile rather on probably every square mile in the city of Chicago.
Well, you know, I kind of fell into working with, so I fell into forensics, and have been helping lock the sons of bitches up for 30 years. I don't know, you know, how many people are versus how many billions of people we have. You know, no one's ever clear with that because we're only basing it on those that were convicted. We know that there's no place we could go in this country where it isn't happening.
I mean, we're in the UP of Michigan.
It
Right
is
now, we
true.
could be
Y'all
talking
see
to
what's
someone
going on
down in
with
Texas that could potentially be up here within a couple days to try to, you know, potentially take your child. So it's not just in your backyard anymore. It's like a nationwide thing.
What's your name?
Joe, I was looking online to play.
To play, and what do you mean by play, Joe?
What do you mean by play, Joe? That 150 is weird ass, man.
Talk to somebody online and on the phone, and you were pretty graphic. How many times had you met women online before?
Bro, I find it crazy that Joe is sitting right here trying to play victim and act shocked and act scared when, bro, you literally pulled out the 150 and said you was ready to go. We know what you was here for, bro. She asked what you there for. You told us when you came through the door. You freaky, nasty, sick man. Now you trying to sit here and play victim and act shocked and act scared and act frightened. Bro, didn't nobody put you up to this task but yourself?
2 or 3. And what do you do for a living now, Joe?
I'm a grocery manager.
Here in town?
Marquette.
In Marquette. Over the phone, she tells you that she's 15. You say to her, that's messed up.
That is.
But yet you continue to talk about...
Joe, wait. We gotta backstep on some other things too. How is this messed up for you when you got a teen at home and you just pulled up on the teen for the 150? It ain't been messed up to you? Like, bro, what?
About having...
This should have been messed up
It
to you a
almost
long time ago.
seems as though that age excited you. You asked if she would do a gangbang. Why did you ask her if she was willing to do a gangbang?
She sounded eager. She sounded like she wanted to learn, and I made a mistake. I have a addiction. I will admit that I have a addiction. I got addicted
This might be worse than a porn
11,
addiction.
12 years old.
Did you bring condoms?
I did not. I might have one.
Right. But you were willing to have unprotected sex with this girl.
I don't know if I would have gone that far.
Bro.
So it seems to me that if I wasn't here and a real 15-year-old girl was, you would have been having sex with her by now.
I should go away for a very, very, very long time. There's no one to blame but myself.
All right, Joe. Well, there's...
Alright, now you trying to play victim, Joe. Joe, no. He showed up. Alright, bro. This is getting crazy and crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This is getting crazy and crazy. I watched a couple of the Gideon videos and I can't really say I'm shocked that this go on because I did say earlier that niggas are some disgusting creatures. When you actually sit down and you talk to niggas, sometimes you be like, nigga, what the fuck did you say? That's on your mind, nigga? That's on your mind? Yeah, niggas are some disgusting creatures. Second of all, Joe, talking about you need to be arrested, nigga. You need more than to be arrested for this gang. They might need to jump you after this or something. I don't know. You need something.
Something you need to know. Takedown with Chris Hansen. Have you seen the shows before?
I have.
And what have you thought of those shows?
But I appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you.
Nigga.
Do you ever think you're going
What?
to end up face to face like this?
When I walked in here and saw the pizza box, I honestly knew.
Is that up for you?
Oh, that's why he was so shooken up when he first walked in
No
there.
other weapons or anything on you, sir?
No.
I'm just going to give you a quick pat down. All right.
Joe, thank you for being straight up with me. I appreciate it.
Can I shake your hand?
Yes.
It's hot and sweaty.
I appreciate it, buddy. Good luck to you, all right?
I'm sorry.
Get
Thank
the help
you.
you need, all right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Bro, what the hell did Joe got going on, man?
It sounds messed up to say, but I couldn't help but feel bad for some of these guys. I mean, I know that if they followed through with what they were going to do, that they very well would damage a kid for life. But still, watching them throw their life down the drain in real time just made me feel sad for them. And due to the pathetic nature of what they were setting out to do.
Now, me personally, I don't feel sad for them because I feel like in life, bro, when you make certain choices, that's on you to make. Like, for example, like, I'm gonna bring myself in here. Like, nigga, I'm tired. I just got off work. I'm still right here recording for y'all, though. But you wanna know why? Because it's a sacrifice to get me to where I want to get to in life. And guess who put myself in that situation? Me. I've been told by certain niggas to stop. But nigga, why would I stop? I want to shine. Brighter than a diamond. I will never stop. See how I just made that circumstance? I'm tired. I've been on my feet all day. I want to go to sleep. But guess what? The work don't stop. Hard works beat talent. Guess who's making that sacrifice? Me. Guess who's making that decision? Me. Even though I'm tired, even though I should be asleep, because I gotta go back to work in the morning. But guess who's still right here in this chair? Me. And guess why I'm in this chair? Because of me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it a bit further. It's like, remember when we was kids and some of us went to the store and we was 5-finger discounting? Guess who chose that decision? You, nigga. You knew what was gonna come with it. You was either gonna get caught, go to jail. Something was gonna happen out of that. Nigga, you gotta take accountability for your own situations in life, circumstances, whatever the case may be. Bro, if your mind gotta stoop that low to go talk to somebody younger than you, I'm talking about younger than you, to where you gotta be on pedo vibes, bro. Nigga, you can't go have a regular convo with yourself and tell yourself that ain't it, that ain't the way to go. I feel what Tommy G's saying. It's kind of hard not to feel bad for him, but it's hard to feel bad for somebody when they make their own circumstances and their own consequences to life. Because, like, bro, you are entitled to whatever you choose to do in life. Nobody's stopping you but you. So, hey, bro, you gotta think about the choices that you choose to go with in life. Especially if you give yourself a bad hand.
Miserable lives.
Does any part of you feel sorry for these guys?
No.
These guys are doing irreparable, lifelong damage to kids. I felt like just looking at them, I feel repulsed, I feel ick, I feel like...
I ain't gonna lie, that's another reason not to feel sorry, bro. I got little cousins, I got nieces and nephews.
Justice.
No, bro.
Let's head to the Sting House.
Nah, gang.
So, what's going through your head when you bust a guy like that?
It's sad to see that we have this in the community, but it's good to see something come out of it to get these people off the streets.
That's
the
true.
maximum for the punishment is 20 years to life. Easily at least serve a couple years. Hopefully we have a successful rest of our day.
So in a normal sting, when you start in the morning, how late does it go?
You know, we've gone till the next morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on who's coming.
So we
6
might
in
be
the
having
morning?
a slumber party tonight.
Could happen. It's happened before. So this weekend we have a sting operation with the Marquette County Sheriff's Department. Decoys will go undercover posing as and see if men will approach them and try to make a date for sex. If they do, they will be invited over here. I will confront them, and then they'll be arrested by the Marquette County Sheriff's Office. We've been doing investigations for 20 years now, and yet here we are, 20 years and probably 600 guys later. The problem is worse than ever before.
You've pioneered a whole new genre of content where now there's people that their entire career is doing somewhat very similar things. One, did that blow your mind? And two, not all of them get the guys arrested.
You know, when I stop to think about it, now that you mention it, it is kind of mind-boggling. This one idea for a one-off story for Dateline NBC in 2004.
That's beyond mind-boggling, bro.
Investigation no parent will want to miss. He thinks he's at this house to have sex with a 15-year-old
Situations like this scare me to have kids, especially a daughter, cause bro, you touch my daughter, and I don't want to say this, but in GTA, you ain't never seeing the next day ever again. I guarantee you that for sure. Yo, let me. It's it's YouTube, it's kid friendly, but hey man, yeah, shing, gone, nigga.
Chris Hansen with a Dateline hidden camera investigation.
Has turned into all this. And in terms of the vigilante catchers, you know, some of them have done a service, and I think there's a solid place for citizen journalists. But it concerns me that I think some, not all, but some of these vigilante catchers are out to just be as outlandish as possible.
A phone call's coming in from a potential and everyone's waiting, holding their breath to see. And the lady's coming through.
I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not here to get you in trouble. I just want to have a good time.
Bro.
He's coming.
But what's your mental preparation? Like, what are you doing before they come?
Well, I'm working on a lot of different things. So I've gone through the material for this particular confrontation. I'll start going through it again in a few minutes here when we know he's on the way, for sure. And other than that, you know, you're just kind of keeping aware, and I'm working on other stories at the same time.
They're just trying to see if it's real, see if they can manipulate him, take advantage.
Do you feel bad for these guys at all?
Do I feel bad? No, at all. They knew what they was doing. They need to ask what.
Yeah, they definitely do. Somebody might need to jump on something, bro. I told y'all at the beginning. They need to suffer them consequences.
He's willing to lie about a minor detail like that.
He's coming from like 3 hours away.
Didn't he also take a picture?
He took a picture of his on the side of the road, sent it to the decoy.
Okay, you guys are some of the world experts in tracking down. What kind of commonalities do you notice amongst these guys? Traits, characteristics?
They all lie about inconsequential details. This guy that just said he's 49, he's really 53. We've had guys lie about the type of car they're driving.
How has doing this job changed how you guys look at the world?
Like, I feel like when I have kids, they're not getting on anything. Like Chris talks about all the time.
Bro, I be saying it all the time, especially with me being in the generation that grew up from when we had dial-up internet. Matter of fact, I can take it back. I remember, like, nigga, we had a computer, but the internet wasn't really, like, it wasn't a thing yet. Nigga, I remember from then to us, like, doing what I'm doing right now. Like, fully using the internet. Bruh. It's kind of hard to keep your kids from the internet in today's world, especially if you got a kid today, because it's just like I'll be around like the younger people in my family, and bruh, they might speak on something that I'm not even aware that they have knowledge of. But then I gotta remember, like, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got YouTube. You got whatever the case. You got Google in itself. So like, yeah, man, it's gonna be hard to keep your kids away from the internet, bro. But I will say, it's a good thing that they let you like.
That when he first started doing this,
they let you censor what your kids see today. That's a good thing right there.
He thought he was gonna do it like once or twice. And now, 20 plus years later, he's still doing it.
And he's busier than ever.
And he's busier than ever.
There are exponentially more platforms upon which adults can approach children. So while there is more activity now than ever before, it's more.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm sleepy.
I think
I'm gonna try to milk out as much as I can.
People are more exposed to fantasies.
Is it
Sleepy.
there ever women showing up here?
I've never
So,
had a
I've
woman.
never had a woman.
Women like to have a connection, whereas men are like out hunting for whatever. So the women, it's always somebody who's closer.
The female, you're more likely to see in the teacher-student scenario. The female wants to know the victim. The male likes the anonymity.
Miss Nutley was a teacher at St. Xavier High School. This is a Catholic school in Springfield Township, a Catholic school of all places.
Has doing this job made you look at men differently?
I mean, I always thought there were perverts out there, but like, there's so many, I guess.
To get an idea of the damage this crime can cause a family, we spoke with a mom whose child suffered from the hands of an exploitive.
I feel like it's more written on the wall today than it used to be. I mean, you been had like sugar daddies and all that out here, but I feel like it's more like known to the world now. Like, bro, you know how many chicks be like, bro, I be talking to, like, chicks be 20 talking to a nigga that's 60, and I be like, the fuck? What is y'all niggas talking about? Besides this nigga giving you some money, what the hell is y'all talking about? Some chicks I follow on social media be dating some old ass niggas, and I be like, you don't really love that nigga. You don't love that nigga. This nigga get to talking about whatever old nigga situations he be talking about. You get to talking about young nigga stuff. Something this nigga don't know nothing about. TikTok. Nigga don't know what no TikTok is. Nigga don't even know what Instagram is. And he got Facebook.
Adult, and she spoke to the impact this had on her life.
I didn't notice everything until maybe 3 years into the relationship. I started noticing that he was a little bit like not affection. So I kind of just assumed that he was cheating on me. We took a trip out to Michigan, and that's when
I'm gonna say this too. Like, the youngest I talked to, and this was recently, like, y'all know my birthday was the other day. I just recently turned 29. And the youngest I talked to was like probably either 22 or 23, and that was recently. And when I tell you, like, the conversation's just like, ugh. And it made me realize I either need an older chick or a chick my age, because what the hell are you talking about? It's about baddies? You no fuss about no baddies. Like, what the fuck? Huh? Yeah. But I be hearing a lot of dudes say they like younger, and I be like, bro, the fuck do y'all be talking about? Cause nigga, I dated somebody that ain't that younger than me, and we still ain't had nothing to talk about. So, the fuck do y'all niggas be talking about, bro?
I actually found out that my daughter had a boy over. I investigated deeper into her phone and found out that this other kid was actually 23. So I called the cops, and they did lock him up. But that same night, something was bothering me about why was she so comfortable in my bed. So I went and asked my daughter, has Tim ever touched you? And Tim was right behind me, and I felt him. I felt his energy behind me, like the nervousness. And she said yes. I turned around, I just start throwing things at him. And that's when I
would have had to
have you ever
put that nigga Tim in the field Nelson.
One time.
Nigga would've sounded
I'm
like
so confused
today.
at this moment. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? You said one time, but you're saying no. What's going on? He was on a run for at least 2 weeks. He took a plead, the 10-year plead. It was underage. He just repeatedly with the underage.
This is such a cat and mouse game. Like, we'll have like someone 30 minutes away, call. And then they chicken out. Or someone calls back and is like, hey, I want to pee on you. And then they chicken out.
The fuck, R. Kelly?
Goes out. We try to maintain a low key, but you gotta eat good.
The hell?
You gotta bring beef jerky.
In a typical day, 8-10 hour day, how many people would you bust?
It really varies by location. You know, there have been
It's
some
making
where
my
we've
stomach
packed in
turn,
four
bro.
guys in an afternoon. And then there's some where we've showed up and we've been there for 2 days and nobody shows up.
What are the major red flags of that people can be aware of or think about?
So if we just take an extreme, on one extreme, we know these people because they're always talking the language. Instead of calling people kids, they're F toys or, you know, even dates, they're objects. On that end, we know who those people are because they're always verbalizing. But most are at the other end. They have a great social persona. They look good, they sound good, but they're very schmoozy. And it's that schmooziness that we forget. That's psychopath traded.
In any way, do you feel bad for these guys?
Sometimes, you know, you get a guy who gets on his knees who spent 6 months in battle and
Bro, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like it's
begging you for forgiveness. You can't help but feel bad. But at the
I
end, of the
can't have
day,
no sympathy
if
for them
we
type of
weren't
people,
here
bro.
And a child was here, what would have happened?
Because there's no doubt in my mind, a large number of the people that are incarcerated are going to get back out and
I can't have no sympathy for the
restart
predator, bro. For the kids, yeah, but for the predator, no.
I'm sorry I missed your call.
Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes away. I was just making sure you're gonna be still up and shit.
Yeah, I'm still up. I'm waiting.
Alright. So, what do you just want to text me the address when I call you back, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, just let me know when you're in Ishpeming and I'll text you the address.
Alright.
Okay. Hurry up, I can't wait to see ya.
Alright.
Okay, bye.
Does it surprise you how many guys are out there trying to do this?
Yes and no. Our jurisdiction has a very high amount of CSCs, criminal sexual conducts.
I guess, how does it make you feel getting to do this job?
This? Good. Like, I've seen so many stories that are, like, horrific. Some of these people do to minors is sickening.
Do you think our justice system properly takes care of these guys?
I think they all need to go to prison for some stint, however long. I'm not sure. I will say, I think reoffenders, my personal opinion, shouldn't be able to walk another day freely.
Anything you think people back home should know?
If you're a sexual assault victim, don't be afraid to speak out and tell your story to somebody from
Bruh, this is probably my last time pausing, but bruh, I don't know if I can say this was a friend. We just gonna say this was an associate. I had an associate in high school, and he was GAY. I ain't got no problem with him. Like, me personally, I feel like if you're that's your business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. If I'm tripping over that, then what secrets am I hiding? Like, it's 2024, bro. That ain't nothing to tweak over. I got family that's GAY. Like, it is what it is, man. It's your business. But, like, bro, when I learned about bro from school story, it happened to him because his uncle assaulted him, and he had to, like, see his uncle every day. Even when we was in high school, his uncle was sleeping on his grandma's couch, but his uncle was going through hell. Like, whatever, I don't know what he did, what he did to his nephew, that's enough within itself. But bro, he was going through hell, and he got to sit there and witness it. And I remember we asked him, we was like, bro, how do you feel? Like, but he was like, that don't make me feel good, but I'm appreciative of the fact that he ain't happy in life. And I was like, damn, that's sad, because even though he done fucked up your life, you still don't wish no evil on him, man. Bro, you be looking at life, you be like, bro, it's an evil world we live in. I'm not gonna lie. It's an evil world we live in. Cause imagine you gotta like live with something like that, bro. Even with this situation, like catching the predator, bro. Imagine having to live with something like that, bro. That's real life sickening, dog. Like real life sickening. That's beyond sickening. If we really want to be honest, I don't know, bro. I say take care of your kids, be in your kids' life. If you gotta monitor whatever they do, monitor it. Honestly, I feel like you should. Like, I feel like it's certain things that your kids shouldn't be able to see on the internet because it's so easy to get access to anything on the internet. So I feel like you should monitor a lot of things that your kids do. For sure.
Trained law enforcement officials that do handle this stuff in a sensitive manner and don't be afraid to report it and speak out about it.
There are a boatload of clips from this episode that, for reasons I cannot get into, are only available on Patreon. If you'd like to support independent journalism and have access to these clips, the link to subscribe is in the description.
There's a last-minute hustle and bustle to get everyone in place.
We'll see him on the camera, so if he does, everyone will just shift.
Make sure everybody's just do a final check your phones, everything's.
How well do these guys usually scope out a place before they go to it?
I think last year, and the one we did the other one, I think we've had 2 or 3 go by. They'll drive by once or twice just to make sure they're looking for, obviously, police cars, anything suspicious, obviously lighting, any suspicious at all. That would indicate, hey, there's something there to justify their concerns. So once they're in, they're fully committed.
So, like, how do you approach this from a psychological standpoint so that you keep it going without tipping them off, but you still get information, like when to text them, when not to text them?
I think it's just by feel. You want the honest answer or the TV answer?
Honest.
You just gotta be really fucked up.
Do you think he would be disappointed to know that someone sending him all the nice messages was a guy like you with a beard?
They're gonna know when I take the stand.
Is this off a hookup website?
Yeah, this is off of.
See, I like that this is a guy actually responding back to them instead of the person, because it makes more sense.
So that
with
means
that.
the decoy has a fake profile with a few pictures.
It make way more sense to send a decoy in a real person.
How racy can you get with the pictures?
The pictures are of our actual decoy. She can get as racy as she's comfortable. Obviously, we don't get too racy with ours. So he knows that she's 15, and his big holdup was he had to find some place to get rid of his kid for the night.
Hold on, my nigga. Wait, you got a kid and you out here doing this to a kid? Yo, come on, man. See, that's what I'm talking about right here, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Sick-minded niggas. Bro, I ain't gonna lie too. As I get older, niggas be wondering, like, niggas close to me be wondering why I be by myself, bro. Niggas just be off in the head, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Niggas be off in the head. I know I be having my days. I'm not perfect. I might boil over and get to tweaking. But, nigga, when I really sit back and I pay attention to myself, I'm not that bad. 9 times out of 10, like I told y'all at the beginning of this video, I'm either at work or I'm in my room recording. Other than that, you ain't gonna see me. You ain't gonna hear from me, none of that. Cause I be too deep into work. I be too deep into work. Nigga, I work on my off days. I work on my free time. Like, nigga, I just said I should be asleep right now. I've been at work since 6 this morning. I just got off at 5. I ain't get home to 6. I'm still right here recording with y'all. I don't want to hang with these niggas. I don't want to hang with these off-minded niggas.
I don't think we discussed it.
He could be minutes away.
Yeah.
And you guys, you gave him the address at what point?
Just within the last 30 seconds. A minute ago. Alright, let's get ready.
Subject spotted. Okay, baby, here we go.
This is our guy. Hey, Verby asked for the mark. Yep.
I think he's gonna pull up around the left.
What happened?
Please close the door to his front cold.
You want me to go grab them white clothes or whatever?
That's okay. You can just hang out. You can have a seat. You got some weed?
Yeah.
Bro, is Nah, he brought a pre-roll. I wouldn't trust that.
I got behind some guy that was going like 20 miles an hour and shit.
I was wondering what was taking you so long. You got the too?
Yeah. You want that? You want to do that?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my bong really fast, and I'll be right back, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
That nigga already high.
What do we got here? How you doing?
Good.
What'd y'all bring?
Some weed.
Some weed? What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Jeremy ain't gonna ask no questions on who is this random guy.
What part of Michigan?
Iron Mountain.
Iron Mountain.
He too
What
high.
brought you here tonight?
She said she wanted to smoke.
She wanted to smoke. And who is she?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No, I just met her online.
You just met her online. And what was your plan here for tonight, Jeremy?
Just smoke.
Smoke?
Yeah.
Sex?
I mean, she said she...
She said she would have sex with you.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. And how
Nigga,
old
stop
is she?
talking.
Her thing says 19.
Keep your hands out of your pockets, man. She said what?
She said 19.
She said 15.
Oh, I don't know. Her thing says 19 on her.
Well, everybody
Oh
has
my
to
gosh. Chris Hansen is fucking standing on business, bro. Nigga told him to get up out his pocket. He got up out his pocket quick and shut up. Yeah, that man standing on business. Y'all stop playing with Chris.
say 19 to get on the platform, but she told you she was 15.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that.
You didn't pay attention. So you drive how many hours?
Oh, just like an hour.
About an hour. And did you stop at all along the way?
Yeah, stopped at a gas station.
And what did you get at the gas station?
Gas.
Gas.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I grabbed some beer.
Some beer. And where is that?
Out of my truck.
Did you bring condoms?
Yeah.
You did. And where are those?
My pocket.
In your pocket. And how much weed did you bring here?
Just
And how much did that cost?
Well, I don't know. This was I already had this.
You already had the weed.
Yeah.
So
what's going on here? What is this?
I'm going to get to that in a minute. But Jeremy, you drove an hour.
Jeremy still ain't caught up.
Well, she said she was 19. I think.
You say that on the website or on the social media, but it said 19 on the platform, but she told you 15.
I don't know, man. I'm not. Are you a cop or what?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and deal with this shit. So I got.
You're not going to sit here and deal with it. You drive an hour.
Yeah,
you
she lied
bring
to me and
weed.
said she was 19.
No. I've seen the transcript, Jeremy. So you can
Okay,
try to jerk me around here, but it's not going to go well.
She's 19. I'm assuming you have to have an ID to make a fucking.
What did she tell you? What age did she tell you, Jeremy?
She said she was 19 on her thing.
What did she tell you in the conversation? She said 15, right? Okay. So what made you think it was okay to drive an hour, bring weed and alcohol to a 15-year-old girl after a sexually charged conversation?
I didn't know she was.
Okay, we can go round and round, but she told you. What made you think that this was okay?
I didn't think it was okay.
You didn't think it was okay. So why did you do it?
I just need I need a lawyer or something.
Are you a married guy?
No.
You're not married. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many
You got kids?
Two. And where are your children tonight?
My kids, one's at a friend's house and the other one's at home.
One's at home. And how old are your children?
I got one's 14 and one's 16.
One's 14 and one's 16. So the 16-year-old's at home.
Yeah.
And the 14-year-old is where?
At a friend's house.
At a friend's house. Did you drop the 14-year-old off at a friend's house so you could come here?
No, she was already there.
She was already there. So you left your 16-year-old child home alone.
She's 16.
But you left her home,
Nigga
home
left his
alone so
teenager
you
to
could come
come see
here
a
to meet a
teenager?
50%. You want to just hold tight to your marriage, Jeremy. There's something you need to know before you go. Just sit.
I don't need to know anything.
Jeremy, I'm Chris Hansen.
Jeremy ain't even take the Zy with him.
And I do stories on men. Jeremy, you shouldn't leave. These gentlemen want to talk to you.
Put your body back. Please! Get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Hey, he's on the couch. Watch sit.
All right.
Relax, buddy.
Slow down.
Relax.
Slow down.
Relax.
Slow down.
All right.
Okay, what the fuck?
Jeremy, I asked you not to leave. And look what happened. Is there anything else you want people to know about the situation you're in tonight, Jeremy?
No.
Why did you think it was okay to leave your teenage girl home alone to come here and meet another teenage girl, Jeremy?
All right, we're gonna sit you up, okay? Let's roll over to your back. Bring your knees up to your chest.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Jeremy, how old are you?
41.
41. And what do you do for a living, Jeremy?
Work at a warehouse.
You work at a warehouse. And what do you do at the warehouse?
Load trucks.
Load trucks. Well, Jeremy, as I started to say before you tried to leave, I'm Chris Hansen.
I'm not giving you guys permission to videotape.
Well, we don't need it.
Okay, well, I don't have nothing to say.
We do stories on men who try to meet kids for sex. And you've become one of those stories. Is there anything else you want people to know?
No.
Okay, well, these people here will take it from here then.
Go, Jeremy.
Chris, you just completed 2 days, a lot of bus. What's going through your mind right now?
Tommy, the fact that a guy would leave his own children behind, a 14 and 16, to drive an hour to meet a 15, allegedly for sex,
You're taking this
bring weed, alcohol, it never ceases to stun me.
The anticipation, right when he started walking up to the house, my heart was thumping.
Yeah, mine too. Still does.
It's an amazing thing. I mean, I've seen it so many times through the television, seen how it goes, but then to be here in the moment, it's like a rodeo when you're out there.
You don't know what's going to happen. And typically, we have the element of surprise. I mean, sometimes these guys are suspicious. Sometimes they'll say, "You're Chris Hansen," before I can say, "I'm Chris Hansen." He obviously felt pretty comfortable when he saw the undercover deputy posing as the 15-year-old girl. He thought that this was going to go
who Chris Hansen
and
is.
when she excused herself,
playing this type of activity,
for me to come in and
He's
ask
sick.
my questions.
I'm sure every guy comes in and tries to deny to some level.
Sure.
Is it airtight? Like, is there any way this guy can't say, "I didn't know she was 15"?
The way the sheriff's detectives and deputies work, they have a clear record of informing the alleged that this person they're coming to visit is 15.
Is playing dumb the most common defense mechanism?
It's playing dumb. I didn't see the age. They try to convince the detectives that because you have to be 19 to get on that platform, that they assume that they were 19, even though people get on these platforms at a younger age.
Do you think he knew he was an animal in a trap by the time you sat down with him?
I think he knew he was in trouble. I don't think he knew who I was, and so he's wondering, am I the mad dad? Am I the police? Or am I someone else?
To see what you've been doing the last many years, busting guys like this, getting them off the street, America's rooting for you, man.
I appreciate it, Tommy.
Well, thank you,
Chris, man.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, that's what it's like inside of Operation, busting and putting them to justice. We'll see you guys next week.
What you have just seen is the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what True Blue has to offer. They have countless documentaries with Chris Hansen, many more episodes of pedo catching, and a series called Cops Under Fire, which is the wildest cop show I have ever seen. If you would like to see more of this for only $4.99 a month, you can subscribe to True Blue. The link to do that is in the description.
I don't know about that subscription, Tommy G. That'll be a video though.